What is up, guys? This is Bahamut Raven speaking, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. Now, you may have noticed, if you look at the bottom left corner, that yes, I have come back recording from my PS4. I've decided that since my computer seems to be having some recording issues, I'd rather finish this series here on PS4. Again, I'm sorry for what happened in the last video. It's stuff that's bound to happen. If you're in this for even a short while, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, last time we did the first of the 4 shrines, the Earth one, and now we're about to continue with the story. Unfortunately, I've been double checking my notes, and we're not going to be doing the 4 shrines back to back, at least not yet. But anyway, let's go and talk to George and let's help out. I want to turn this into a workshop for creating Valimar's Tachi. If you get a chance, I'd really appreciate if you could help me out. Choosing to help George? Yeah, usual stuff. Let's go. Thanks. Well then, do you think you could bring me my tools from over in the Orbal factory? Can do, George. George and Reen then began remodeling the ship's hold into a workshop. While the process was more than a little exhausting, it didn't take long before they were finished. Okay, let's see what this is gonna be all about. This should work for now. Okay, let's see if we can process this Amurian ore. Ready? We're going to start by reinforcing Valimar's existing blade, right? Kind of your way of prepping for the real thing. That's the idea, yeah. I just want to get a feel for what it's like to work with, and it'll give you a stronger sword to use in the meantime. Let's get to work. Of course. Together they work on reinforcing Valimar's existing blade. Despite the task being simple compared to making an entirely new weapon, working with the Zamorian ore was hard even for George. Rena and the other members of Class 7 as well as Valimar helped where they could and supported him in his efforts. Eventually... Oh hey, it's Christmas Eve. Also, I'll take this opportunity to say that I'm gonna try and make the episodes a little shorter, because I want to use my computer as little as possible. If I can record and edit everything on my PS4, I think that's all for the better. Whoa! Valimar, your new blade is quite impressive. Yeah, it came out pretty well. Although, the base weapon is still the same as a Soldat's. Unlike a Soldat's blade, however, I can feel mana radiating from it now. I expect it'll be able to hold a significantly keener edge than before. I'm amazed you managed to process that stuff. A hunk of crystal like that must have been a real pain to work with, huh, George? Well, if anyone could, it's you. I wouldn't have been able to do much with it if not for your guys' help. That we got this far is a real statement, a real testament of our combined efforts. I'm not sure our contribution can even compare to what you've done, and I'm grateful for it. I'm sure the battles ahead are going to go a lot more smoothly thanks to this. We're lucky to have you on our side, George. Now all you gotta do is take it into a real fight and see how it feels. Right. We should get Valimar to give it a couple of swing...
Oh! You're all still here!
Toa?
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible! We got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge.
Oh no.
It's Keldic! Keldic's...
Duke Alborea, please tell me you haven't gone that far.
Keldic?
What happened to Keldic?
It was set on fire
You son of a...
by the Kreutzer Provincial Army.
It figures.
What?
What?
Something something, I think Uses is going to be the next mandatory party member for this portion of the game. They set a course for Keldic and hurried there as fast as their legs could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation, Instructor Sarah and Uses included. Okay, apparently I have to use both Uses and Sarah. Guess there's nothing that can be done about it. Laura, I think you're gonna have to sit this one out. Did I outfit Uses and Sarah? Somewhat? Huh, guess I'll figure that out later. Oh crap. Now this is messed up. Like, legit messed up. Why would they set a town on fire? Like, seriously, for what purpose? I'm trying to process it, but honestly, I don't even remember this part of the plot. This is awful. How could they? How could they do this to such a lively town? The Grand Market seemed to have taken the blunt of it, too. I can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. We should pay a visit to both the market manager and the Farmer division, too. Yeah, I get this kind of tactic kind of works in war, hitting towns for the sake of, you know, weakening your opponents, but damn. Anyway, the thing we can do now is talking to the people with the red exclamation marks. Like, seriously, a lot of people got hurt in all this, and... Wait, isn't that... Not Louise, too? Oh yeah, she's the girl that was working at the inn, if I recall. And she was a friend of Sarah's. Excuse me, but how's she's been holding up? Has she been giving medical treatment? Father Zerbal's already attended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong he can't be sure she'll make it. Oh jeez. Louise, please open your eyes, I'm begging you. I can't really scream or make these kinds of voices. There's people in the other room. They think I'll probably am crazy. You two seem like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visits to the Weathercock whenever I was in town for work. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. Let's go. We need to see how things are elsewhere. Right. Man, Uses is going to tear into his old man the first chance he gets. I'm pretty sure.
I hope Louise will be okay.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but...
Yeah, who knows if and when it will last. Okay, there are 2 more places I need to visit. Let's go see the market manager. No, it's not here. Oh no. If I have to go upstairs in his bedroom... Oh crap. Please don't tell me... No. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. No way. You're all from Thor's, correct? He fell victim to one of the soldiers' attacks while evacuating townsfolk, I'm afraid. They really went and killed an innocent man. Duke Alborea, I swear to God I'll rip you a new one myself. I did everything in my power to save him, and yet... I see. We never even got the chance to repay him for helping us while we were here. How could this happen? The market manager has always done everything he could to protect this town. But now he's went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. This just goes to prove that... Why did things end up like this? What are we even supposed to do? As sad as things are, staying here and cry won't change a thing, unfortunately. I don't know who's more pissed off, between Reen and Eustace, probably. Oh hey, Major Claire, that's Craig and Neidhart. Don't know why I mistook Craig for Lecter for a second. Oh, I see you all arrived. Lieutenant General Craig, Major Neidhart. I see the RMP is here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted. That's right, we came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is as you suspect. This was done by none other than the Croatian Provincial Army soldiers. That's absurd. For what reason? This can't be real. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently, they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks, too. Duke Alborea has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind the attack on Ymir, too. That explains things. Raising towns like this is one of their specialties. And if they had soldiers supporting them too, this couldn't have ended any other way. We arrived on the scene as fast as we could and managed to fight them off while evacuating the townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards Bereahard and formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk readily accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragons Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for that as an example to others. Even then, though, there's just no excuse for this. This reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said, actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that? Oh, Vita. The fear this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seemed to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the soldiers, it's safe to say they succeeded in their aim. Even we of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them, especially since we couldn't prevent that fatality. To think the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Yeah, this dialogue would probably be slightly different if you haven't visited that house. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defenses here while preparing for countermeasures against Bereahard. I advise that you keep your distance from Celtic for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere minor conflict, it's an all-out war. Never forget that. Well, that was certainly not a leitmotif for this video, that's for sure. Anyway, let's just get out of town, I guess. Yeah, we got a decent grasp on the situation in Celtic now. Should we head back? Yeah, there's literally nothing for us to do here anymore. Reen! Huh? Oh, it's Becky. And is that Hugo? Where's my family? They're all safe, right? Becky, Hugo. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expected me to sit about knowing what happened to my home? My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Oh boy, this is gonna be tough to break it to her. Your family's alright. We saw them at the church. I can't say the same for the market manager, though. Oh no. You're having a laugh, huh? Wait! I've got it, Reen. I'll make sure she returns to the Courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back first, then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from here. Indeed. After leaving Celtic in the Imperial Army's hands, they all went back to the Courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Celtic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off. Well, that was a low blow like none other.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute.
Yeah, it's the War of the Lions, only with Gundams.
History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
that is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
I think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways.
Useless, not this again.
Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious!
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
How stupid can you really be? Monkius, why don't you say it to him? It's your golden moment, come on dude, please do it.
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace. How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right!
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together.
If Reen's line was said by Machias, this would have had so much more impact, as well as character development between the two of them.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out.
I mean, hasn't that been the case already?
If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Celtic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
Amen to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Well, we have clearance. Let's go rip him a new one.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Alright, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Alborea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
Now what?
Huh? Is there a call coming through?
Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
Wait, what?
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No. Put the call up on the screen.
It's a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother.
Okay, now I'm curious to see where this is going.
And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus?
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Yeah, why would you want to contact us of all people? Like, seriously.
Does this concern Celtic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Celtic was instigated by Duke Alborea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
That's oddly... how can I put this? Convenient. Where's the goddamn catch, though?
Huh? Oh, I get it.
Oh, now I see it too.
You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
Surely yes. I mean, think about it. He's been an inconvenience to Duke Cayenne. What better way of removing him from play than silencing him out?
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Oroc's fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Guess that comes with the position.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
True. That's also true. I mean, we, if anything, can be a big inconvenience, just as much as Duke Alborea himself.
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him.
So you're basically asking us to do all the dirty work for you, and you will somehow benefit from it just as much as we do. It's a cutthroat strategy, but damn, it's actually an effective one.
And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you. Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's board of directors.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Unlikely. Like, let's put this into perspective for 1 second. I honestly doubt that Rufus would be lying at this point. Duke Alberea is the biggest annoyance. And if anything, I remember Duke Cayenne being somewhat eager to have us joining him, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't dropped that. Not yet, anyway.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Alberea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Alberea myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Finally, he learns.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
With that, they finally begin preparations to apprehend Duke Alberea. Duke Alberea's actions against Celtic were believed to be in violations of a number of imperial laws. With that as With that fact as justification, Class 7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armored Division and RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. First, the 4th Armored Division would attack Berea Hard's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call for reinforcements from Auroch's fort. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the Courageous with relatively limited opposition. And once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Alberea, effectively completing the mission. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valima's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. The next day, the time came for the operation to begin. Hey, it's gotta be a white Christmas. We're gonna be celebrating, singing, capturing a duke. Sounds like a fun time. I think you can imagine what I'm gonna say when I'm gonna get him. Merry Christmas, you son of a bee. No swearing. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. We can't let Eustace down. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death too. I appreciate it. Just try and focus your thoughts on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. We'll be right there with you. Sounds like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. This will be our first chance to test Valimar's newly fortified weapon too. How did it turn out? Great, actually. And like Laura said, today's operation makes it the perfect chance to test it out in battle. I hope so. It'll be a good way to iron out the kinks anyway. The more data I have, the better off we'll be when it comes to making that Tachi. Guys, the 4th Armed Division and the Railway Military Police are almost ready to make their move. Let me know as soon as you're ready, the sooner the better. I'm coming with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. That's no reason to let your guard down, though. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. Okay, since Instructor Sarah comes with us, we can bring 7 party members. I guess Laura won't really have to sit this one out in the end. And yes, you can see that this is going to be my finalized party. At least when I can bring 7 people. When I can bring 6, I think I'm going to bench probably either Eustace or Laura. I'm not sure yet. Because Laura in the late game is actually pretty broken with domination and their S-craft. I think I'll see as things go along, but for now I can bring 7 party members, so why not bring in them all? To advance the main Sora, speak to Toa. Okay. Before we do that, a couple of things. First off, I want to go to the 2nd floor. I want to go to the computer room. Where was it? It's over here. We want to talk to, where is it? Fidelio? You talk to him, and you upgrade his notebook. No, I definitely won't be needing these. Gotta get a little money, though. Okay. Next up, I want to go to the 4th floor. Sword training facility. For another character notebook. And Linde on the bridge down here. Okay. Before continuing, one more thing. Make sure you go down to the Orbal factory and make the best EX orbs you can make. From here on out, you can get the best orbs, HP, power, shield, and speed. And tell you what, I'm gonna go and make them. But in order to do that... Oh wait, where the hell is George? George, get back here. You have something to do for me. No, I'll have to upgrade a couple of slots later down the line because... Jesus Christ. Actually, let me do that real quick. No, wait, I don't have any urgency. Not yet, anyway. Okay, defense 3. Wait, I can't make HP 3? Seriously? I guess that's gonna come out later. Then action 3. Well, it won't really matter for the HP orb because I rarely ever use it. Anyway, no wait, I need a Tiarl. I'm an idiot. Modify quartz. I can make Tiarl easily at that. Actually, since the cost of U materials is pretty high, I will be making a shield orb for sure. And then I'm gonna go with the power and the speed orb. I'll refrain on this one for a little while. Power orb. Then I'm gonna put the shield orb on. Yeah, this Valamara looks pretty solid. And now that this is done, buy whatever equipment you want, I guess. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna go with what little I have. Also, let me rearrange my party real quick. Yeah, this'll do for now. Tactic, no, Reen, I want you back here. I'll put you here, actually. No, I'll go... Yeah, I'll go like this for now. Let's see, I'll put Laura here. I'll go with the star formation, as I call it. When you're ready, buy whatever equipment you need. I'll refrain from doing that, at least for now. Also, damn, their defense is low. Whatever. Let's commence this operation. There's one last thing I want to do before I end this video. You guys ready to go? Your equipment is in perfect order, right? And Valimar is all ready too. Let's go. I'll be doing one...
Everyone, commence final preparations!
I'll continue the video for just a little longer because I want to make sure that at least you get to see combat a little bit today.
Depart for the agreed location. Once there, we're on standby until the assault begins.
Yes, ma'am.
Departing for the agreed location. We'll keep watch for any threats from the ground.
Course to the Kreutzen province secured. Courageous, full speed ahead.
Go, go, go!
This is gonna be a bloodbath.